My name is James Nandi, an Assistant County Commissioner working in the Ministry of Interior and National Administration, currently stationed in Meru County, Igoji Sub-County. I'm also the current chairperson of the Board of Directors, Peace Ambassadors Integration Organization, which is a non-profit organization registered with the NGO board. What I love most about my job is the close touch I have with the community, being able to also solve and help the community to realize their potential. One, I also get to love the job because it gives me an opportunity to interact with the several communities, get to know their background. Basically before you get to know a community, there's that stereotyping that you used to know. But getting to work with the community gives me a different perspective. I get to learn cultures, get to know the way people's ways of life and stuff. How it came about, I'll start with the Peace Ambassadors, the journey. Back in campus in 2008, 2007, there was that issue about the PEV, the post-election violence. And then in 2012, just prior to the 2013 elections, there was this issue about now the tension. Is 2007, 2008 PEV going to recur? So with fellow students at Moi University, we decided let's do something, at least preach peace to the community. And that is how we came about having some project where we had a peace walk from Eldoret to Kakamega. It took us 5 days, a total of 170 kilometers. The 5 days gave me a very good experience, in the sense that everyone wants peace, but there are some other issues underlying that brings up with maybe conflict and other issues. And that is why we decided let us not try to just end with the peace walk. There are some other communities that have not reached. Now, upon reaching Kakamega is when we decided let us grow this initiative, not just have the 27 members who are doing the peace walk, and also bring on board other youths. And that is how Peace Ambassadors started to grow. We brought on board other institutions other than now Moi University and Masinde Muliro. We started bringing on board the University of Nairobi, Kenyatta University, Kenya Medical Training Colleges. Several institutions now came on board, and that is how Peace Ambassadors became a big organization. With time, we decided let us now just register it, because it was just an initiative of students coming together and doing something in the community. We decided now to register it in 2015 as an NGO, and now that is how we are now operating as an NGO in the country. Through my works is now when the job about Assistant County Commissioner came about, because we were headed to Marsabit for a peace caravan. And upon reaching Nairobi, a friend of mine in the Peace Ambassadors crew decided to tell me that there's a job opening, I can go and apply. Through then that I applied, went through the process, interviewing and stuff, and I got absorbed into the ministry. Now, in growth, upon now working as an Assistant County Commissioner, I got the opportunity now to work in Central Kenya. That is Nyeri County and Murang'a County. I've had the opportunity to work in Garissa County and currently in Meru County. To me, it's a privilege. I get to understand there are so many individuals out there who are working extraordinarily in the community. My work being one that is standing out, I feel it is just a privilege. I don't consider myself as a unique person. However, I still consider myself unique in the sense that in public service, it's not easy for you to find someone going out of their way to serve the community the way I do. I personally believe I do something extra, because I would have chosen just to be in the office. And at the end of the month, I'll get paid my salary. There's nothing issue that will happen if at all I don't go to the community and do the things that I do in the community. So I feel in my line of duty, I stand out. My work entails now going to the community, having public barazas, and they think you understand how chiefs barazas work. You call wazes and then you start working with them. Now, I used to go for barazas and I realized that the composition of the meetings was basically wazes, only adults, and there were no youths. So I felt now youths are now being kind of sidelined, or rather they're not sure why they should also be part of the societal issues that are being discussed in such barazas. That is when I decided now, let me now find a way of now bringing the youths of Kieni together, and I initiated the Kieni Youth Forum. Now, as Kieni Youth Empowerment Youth Network came aboard through my initiative now, the Kieni Youth Forum, we started doing several projects in the community. We would go to the community, find people who are suffering through maybe from poverty issues, medical issues and stuff, and we'll now come together. I believe in the power of unity. There is one thing I came to really appreciate myself, basically with also the support of the youths of Kieni. We organized, there's a certain forest known as Tanyai. Basically, it's a forest with one tree by the time I was there. And when we came through this area, we as youths decided why don't we do something? So we decided to organize a half marathon. It has never happened in Nyeri County as a whole. And we decided let's just organize a half marathon that will now be a way of now sensitizing the community of the importance of the trees and stuff, and also mobilize the community to now plant trees in the forest. By the end of the day, we had planted at least 5,000 trees in that forest, and they're being now safeguarded by the community as we speak right now. Moving on, in Murang'a County, I went and realized the same issue that was happening in Nyeri County is kind of also happening in Murang'a. Youths are not basically part of the issues that are happening in the society. But in this case in Murang'a, it was a bit different in the sense that the boy child has no person to look forward to. All the men of the community were kind of lost into drugs and alcohol, and that is how I came about mentoring boy child. So together with the youth of the area, we were organizing forums for boys, basically teens from the age of 12 and 17, that age, and then we just come during school holidays. We come together, talk about the issues about boys, what you can do, and now bringing on board those who have made it in life from the area and also out there. Boys who can now come and talk sense to these young men, so that they cannot feel like there's no one to look upon to, at least now just to give them some mentorship in life. In Garissa, there's the issue of environment. So I came about a way of now safeguarding the trees that we could plant. And this one I was just challenging the institutions there. If at all a student can adopt a tree, just plant one tree. Every student, just one tree. Don't look at planting several trees and then you don't manage it. Just one tree, and then every day, just come with a bottle of water, 500 ml, the half liter. Every morning, you just come with a bottle of water, and then the good thing about the area that I was working in, Garissa County, it was not that far away from Tana River, the River Tana. And at least now, every morning, you would find the institutions around organizing with the students to come at least with water. By the time I was leaving Garissa County, I believe I will be accountable for not less than 3,000 trees that were planted in that area. Now, I'm coming to Meru County. I realized doing the old-fashioned way of fighting drugs and alcohol won't really happen, because how many DOs have been there, how many district commissioners have been there before me. They've been fighting this thing and they're not working. It's not working. So I decided now let me come in a different way. I'm bringing on board now youths the community now to work on community projects. We do organize functions where we can go to those who are really affected with the drugs, organize some sessions with them, talk to them, If at all it's a matter of now contributing something for them to start a different way of life, we do that. We also organize tournaments with the students during holidays, so that just to keep them busy, and also the youths to keep them busy, not to now fall into the issues of drugs and stuff. By 9, I should be in the office. By 8, I should be in the office. But usually in the area, basically people start coming in at 9. From morning to evening is all about having issues. Now domestic issues are coming to your office. Basically, these are the days now I've decided to be in the office. Basically, I usually say Monday and Thursday are my office days. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday are my community days. So on Mondays, I'll just find myself in the office by 9, solving issues now. Maybe wazees having issues in the community, families having issues in the community. Now those domestic issues, I now work with them. And on now Tuesdays, this is when I usually just plan my schedule to be going around the community where I work. I have 7 locations currently. I specifically take a whole week working in one location. So in this location, there's several sub-locations. So I usually go in schedules. Now we go to the community, organize a baraza, work with the community. From 10 to around 1 is now a baraza. I listen to the issues in the community. I solve the issues that I can. The ones that I can now refer to the office, I just refer them to the office, or rather the respective agencies that really work. They should work on them, on the issues that are affecting the community. Now in the afternoon, now from 2 to around 4, is now me going to the community now on foot. Now getting closer attached to the community, getting to know, is there any issue that is happening that is not coming to my attention? And I believe this is how I get to understand the community even more, because once you talk to the people one-on-one is now when you realize there's this gap, and how you can now go about in solving the issue that they're facing. I'm trying my level best to paint a different picture of public service. I'm trying to wipe out the udosi or something of the sort. Like being in uniform, you cannot approach me or tell me things openly, because somehow the community feels the uniform is something that should just be, unless there is something bad that is happening, that's when you come to. But I want the society now to see the uniform as part of them, so that they can be approached, or we can be approached as the uniformed officers. At least let's work together, instead of like having issues that happen in the society and you can't solve, or just having it all by yourself. You just come out to us, and we move together as a whole.